Hello everyone and welcome back to another Bitcoin and cryptocurrency update video. Today we're going to be taking a look first starting on the BLX on a weekly time frame. We can see here that Bitcoin's been in a downtrend for quite some time now, since the all-time high over here in November all the way to present day. It's been about 420 days going down. We've seen actually we've seen a 77% correction already. And you're probably wondering what's going to happen next from here, as we've been kind of coiled up in this like tight little range here, which looks like to me a descending wedge, which is a bullish pattern. So it is more likely this breaks to the upside. However, you can see that we're coiling up here and we're about to, break this pressure cooker, if we will. And so basically what's going to happen next is prices to look at for on your radar. We're going to look at right here. We would like to break above the recent swing high here, which is right at about 18,400. And then we have our all-time low right now in place, or not all-time low, but the recent low in place of 15,600. So essentially, once we break one of these two options here, if we break this lower option, I'm looking at support coming in at the lower band of this channel here, which comes all the way back to the COVID low and the all-time market low. And you can see that this whole channel plays out pretty nicely. It connects the two tops. And then even the midline here has a lot of confluence of support and resistance going on here, you can see. So essentially, yeah, if we break this level, it also kind of corresponds with a pretty strong level down here for support and resistance horizontally. Right over here, where you had the swing high here. Actually, it looks better on the monthly, so I'll go ahead and switch over that shortly just to show you. But you can see on the monthly time frame, it was the closes over here. It was that swing high. It was the open and the close over here. And yeah, so that's pretty good spot for the next level of like some sort of stopping pressure to slow us down again before we start moving up again. And if that level gets breached, it would also breach this, which is a concern if we break this on a monthly time frame with a close below this line and this line. That would be a no good. I mean, great buying opportunity, but it's just going to take a little longer to recover then. But essentially, then the next level of support would be right down here around 10,000, where we have all those swing touches over here. Sorry, that's 11,000. It's got to go a little lower. Right over here. Sorry. Yeah, perfect. Once we had that breakthrough candle, the opens and closes over here, resistance, 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 all these, you can see it. So but yeah, that would be the more doomsday scenario. I guess we'll start off with that, because then the upside scenario would be, of course, that we are playing with this line then ideally next. So if we do break above this high, that would break this line, right? So the next level of resistance is going to be the most important trend line in crypto now, where we have the all-time high there, that swing high, and we have yet to test it again for a while now. But to see where we're headed next, help us out with some indicators. If we look at some RSI action down here, you could also see, well, let me show you up here first. So first of all, we had our all-time highs over here and here. Let me get rid of those. And then we also had the all-time high in the RSI peak out a lot sooner, which had some bearish divergence. You can see we had a high and a higher high, right? And then over here we had high and a lower high. So that was bearish. But likewise now, what we would like to think is potentially our bottom here. You can see that we had our low in place here and our lower low, right? Low and lower low. And then down here in the RSI, same price action above us, but just so you can see it better, we have our low and a higher low. So we also have some divergence happening now here, but you can also see the RSI is also pressure cooking up right here. So we have the most important trend line in the RSI right now, all those resistance points. We have some support down here, some support right here, and boom, it's going to pop like really, really soon. And you can see right now we are testing that major level here. So what we'd like to see is like, let's see, we can carry this over here a little bit more. If we get a breakout and a confirmation, ideally, we would love to take out that high, because we need to start making higher highs, which this already kind of counts as one, because lower high, these were the same highs, but we finally broke it to a higher high, and we have a higher low in place. So we have started the uptrend, right? But we really need to hold that pivot low at the very least, and it would be nicer to see us break this and then hold this and keep creating these higher highs, right? We can also see that as far as momentum goes, the weekly stock RSI, we've had our cross up. We had a little indecision here, but we have a cross up and we are above the 20 level. So we have some upside momentum right now. This is a weekly basis though, so it's going to be another couple days before this closes. But yeah, I mean, you can see we've been going really, really sideways. You can see a lot of things are showing that we are coiling up right now for a pretty massive move. We're back on the monthly time frame now. You could also see how the RSI being at these lower levels here, I'll clean that up for you guys. Being at these lower levels here, you can see how this is like also being similar to a market bottom, in the sense that you can see all the price action down here going sideways and slow, rounding off after all this downward selling pressure. A lot of sideways action on the RSI down here at the 40 level-ish. Over here, That's when the last time the RSI was around this 40 level for quite a few months, and you can see same thing. We had a lot of sell pressure, sideways, really showing respect to a lot of the previous price action, and same thing over here in 2015-ish. So we had a lot of price action going sideways after a lot of sell pressure, and RSI chilling around the 40 level for a while. So what we want to see on the monthly time frame then obviously would be this stock RSI down here. Once this has a cross up, that's when the bull market starts. Same thing with over here, and you can see we're a little bit away from that right now. This will take quite a few months to get up there, and actually right now it is underneath the orange, so we want to see the blue line on top, and we want to see a confirmation above this 20 level to really confirm momentum is starting to get going. We have a few months of play over here in this range before it really does break out to an upside or downside massive move. Something else pretty interesting is that you'll notice every time Bitcoin tops out, so let's say take the 2015 top to its bottom over here, that was around 413 days. Then we have the 2017 top to its bottom right over here. It's about 365 days, a little shorter, but within 50 days or so, pretty good. And then let's say right now, or let's see right now, so we have the all-time high there, and then we have the market bottom, potential market bottom, right now right there. So 378 days. So it's right within the mean of the two so far. Which is really nice to see. And then another thing I would like to say is that you can, if you remember from our previous videos, we always talked about when Bitcoin is approaching its next halving, it's typically 40 to 50% off of its all-time high. So over here it was around 43-ish% off. It's not perfect. I just want to give you a quick example. And then over here from the all-time high to right around here. So same thing, like 50-ish%. So let's say if we were to do something similar. So if we get 50% there, it'd be right around 33,000. If it's like about 40%, it'd be upwards of 40,000. So I think it's pretty realistic Bitcoin could be around here by that time. So I'm not looking for like some crazy explosion, it could be a wild ride there, something, whatever. I'm just messing with it to show you what I mean. So don't get ahead of yourselves and think we're just going to the moon now. I'm just saying we have a lot of resistance above. We do have some resistance right here. We got that next one right here. And then more importantly, we have a lot of the horizontal resistance that's got to get taken out on the way up there. So I'd imagine we come play with this midline at some point in the future, later in the years. But yeah, for now, we're going to probably range within this big channel for a little while, which we'd really like to see, because the longer we can, really round off and take time and exhaust a lot of the selling pressure, the healthier the next bull market's going to be, because, this one was pretty violent, right? 2 times here. We had big correction, big move, big correction down, big move again. If we could look a lot more like over here, that's way healthier. Look at this. That is beautiful. So that's what I like to see. And then you can see, obviously, overall, Bitcoin has been putting in less aggressive all-time highs here, right? Like this is straight shot to the moon, a little bit less, a little bit less. I guess you could start it from here, right? A little bit less again. So yeah, that's just what I see right now. I think it's going to help you guys calm down a little bit, better plan for the future, and maybe help you take away some things from this little lesson here. So Ethereum is a really similar story. Ethereum's most important trend line in crypto right now is its all-time high touches over here with that swing high. And then you can also see here, this one's cooking up pretty good right now too. Also forming, this is more of a just horizontal. When you look at it with the RSI though, you can see we have one major level to look at is 51. When Ethereum is above the 51 level, it really gets going. The last time we were above, from the lower levels and broke above 51, you can see that it stayed above 51 for quite a bit of time, and that's when things really started going. I had a little bit of a move right here, but that was pretty big in real time before we had the COVID low. But all this stuff, pretty nasty move. Before over here even, when we were still in a bear market, but confirmed out of the bear market actually, we broke out and still had a pretty big move. And then obviously all the way back here, when Ethereum was back at $9. Those are the days, right? Then you can see here we had a long time above this 50 level and a big move, right? So all I'm trying to say is that this reminds me a lot of this. You can even see it with the RSI where we topped out over here, where we topped out over here, and then where we bottomed out over here by this like 20-ish, 29 level. Yeah, so both times looking just the same. But you can also see we're crawling out of that. We look like we're right here, honestly. So Ethereum cooked up over here, was trying to meet this major resistance. Here we are right now. So Ethereum's looking pretty good then. If we can hold above these lows and break above those highs, that's when we'll test this resistance. Ideally break above that right there. So $16,030 would be really key for Ethereum to break above. And then that we can start getting this bull market started, or at the very least, feel a lot more confident about our established bottom here, just like we could feel about it over here. Because once we had the breakout and a confirmation, right, you can see we have to break out and ideally confirm that. So we're looking for Ethereum to break out and confirm here. That would be great. But you know, lower price actions in play if we break here. We'll certainly test our all-time lows, and then it could go a lot lower if we break that low. There's not a lot of market structure over there. Let me see if I can find it for you real quick. So on a monthly time frame, then, if we lose the low right here, where does that line up with over there? So you can see it. Let's see it. Boom, perfect. Those touches, right? Everyone can see it. The next level would be, if I had to pick, I would say right around there. I like that one. We'll do $735. All right, last but not least, we're going to talk about the Phoenix. We got XRP cooking up. I got 3 major levels of resistance here, right? So there is the all-time high here and this one right here. I would say you're a little late to the party when XRP breaks something like this. But, I mean, that's when the most momentous move is going to take place way longer in the future. More short term, we have the touches from here, here, and it has yet to be touched again. But that's the next major resistance once we break this one right here, which is pretty clear. You can see the touch points right here, right? So this one's got a really solid base at 29.30 level. You can see we even just showed a lot of respect to it right here. This happened on an hour time frame, just so you know, but it's pretty nasty for a nice buy pressure right here. We took out of the stop losses right there. So basically what's going to happen here is if we do break below this wick, then we're going to test that 28 cents level again. We don't want to see that break. It'd be nice for great buying opportunity, but like, you know, then we'll test the 20-cent level sometime down the line. Major resistance and support all throughout its history. So yeah, this one, once we break here, we got our next level of resistance here, and then once we break here, we got the big one over here. So I don't really know what it's gonna look like. Just know there's a lot of resistance ahead. You can see that we're playing in between major resistance and support for a very long time now. In fact, it's actually been, how long have we been in this range? We're still in it right now. Yeah, 240 days. So something's inevitably going to break to this upside or downside. With XRP, we're looking to hopefully break above this right here at 41 cents, which is also that trend line, right? I will say this is looking slightly bearish to an extent. Patterns are only bearish when they break out and play out that way, but there's a potential shoulder, head, and shoulder playing out right here, and we have some sort of neckline coming in over here. So I will say if we close below this, like this, and then we get resistance over here again, we don't want to keep playing with this then because there's a pretty big target to the downside if we break out over here. Yeah, that's that 20-cent level. So ironic how that matches up. Charting is really cool. So yeah, stuff like that doesn't have to play out, right? We talked about bullish and bearish patterns. It's all probabilities, but you know, you do what you want with that info. You can see on the weekly time frame, RSI here, since XRP's been putting in these lows, RSI's been respecting this major resistance level, 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points. However, we have broken above it, and we have confirmed support on it, and you can see we are even coming in for support here again on our trend line down here. With this is now the 3rd touch point, so we'd like to see this hold. If that does not hold, you'd like to see this hold then for sure. But ideally we keep that swing low in place there and continue this higher high, higher low trajectory that we're on, because up until all this time we've had all these lower highs be put in place. So this was our first real, well actually technically that was our first real higher high, but both of these highs are higher than this high, and that's all that matters. So we're looking good here. XRP's got some recovering to do though. We're not out of the water yet. Weekly RSI, you can see the momentum is actually not looking so good right now. So we want to see the blue line back above this orange line and confirm above 20, but it looks like we're a little bit away from that right now. However, we're at the lower levels of it, so it's only a matter of time before we do take that out and go higher. So let's just watch our levels and know what to expect. I think that's going to be it for the rest of this video. I noticed we've been recording for almost 20 minutes now. I don't want to overwhelm you guys too much, but I think it's a well-deserved update. And yeah, I hope you guys could take away some things from this video. If you want to let me know in the comments like what else you're looking for and how I can better help you guys out there, that'd be great. This is a great space for us to share ideas and thoughts and grow together. That's why I do these videos for free. It's a great way to document my experience in real time and work with people like you guys. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm excited to start making content again once I get the car back out. We're in the middle of winter right now, so I don't know. I was hoping by March, April, I could pull it back out, and I'm ready to go next year. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I got a lot of plans. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on my social medias. They're linked down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.